The last section in this factoring unit is solving quadratic equations by factoring. So a quadratic equation is an equation with an x squared. To solve a quadratic equation, we factor the equation and set each factor to 0, the parentheses to 0, every x to 0. A quadratic equation can have two solutions, one solution, or even no solution. So let's look at those steps. So when we're solving, we need everything to be on one side. So move everything to one side and equal to 0. Then, do you have a GCF? Do we need to do the AC method to get our parentheses? Once we have our two sets of parentheses, you'll take each parenthesis and set them to 0. Then you'll solve for x. Get x by itself, and then you'll have to plug in that x number to check your answers. So let's apply these steps. All right, so solving quadratic equations by factoring. So first we're going to start with step 3. So we already solved the AC method, GCF, and so we have our parentheses. Step 3 is we need to put our parentheses to 0. So we solved it, we got our parentheses. Let's put each parenthesis set to 0. So x minus 8 equals 0, and then x minus 9 equals 0. Solve for x. So I'm going to add 8 on both sides to get x by itself. So I have my first x is positive 8. And then I'm going to add 9 on both sides to get x by itself, positive 9. All right, so to check our answers, we need to distribute or FOIL these parentheses at the top. So x times x is x squared. Then x times negative 9 is negative x. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. And then negative 8 times negative 9 is positive 72. And then simplify the middle. So we have x squared minus 17x plus 72. So now we're going to plug in each x that we just solved. So I'm going to plug in my 8, and I should get 0 equals 0 after I plug it in. So let's try it. So instead of x, I'm going to put 8 squared minus 17 times 8 plus 72 equals 0. 8 squared is 64. Negative 17 times 8 is negative 36 plus 72 equals 0. And then this equals negative 72 plus 72, so that 0 equals 0. So does 0 equal 0? Yes, it does. So that means this is one of our answers. So now let's plug in 9. So start over. 9 squared minus 17 times 9 plus 72 equals 0. 9 squared is 81. 17 times 9 is negative 153 plus 72 equals 0. So 81 minus 153 equals negative 72 plus 72, and that's 0 equals 0. So that's checked out. So this x equals 8 and 9. So this is a 2-solution problem. All right, so now looking at number 2, we have our parentheses. You need to set each x to 0. So how many x's do I have? Well, I have one here and one here. So the x on the outside, you have to set equal to 0. So that's your first one. And then I have x plus 7 equals 0. Both need to be set. Solve for x. So negative 7. Oop. So then those cancel. So x equals negative 7. And okay, so let's solve our equation so we can plug in our x's to double check our answers. So x times x is x squared. And then x times 7 is 7x. And then bring your equal 0. Now let's plug in our x's. So instead of x, we're going to put a 0. So 0 squared plus 7 times 0 equals 0. 0 equals 0. That is correct. So 0 is one of our solutions. And then let's plug in negative 7. So I have, instead of x squared, we're going to do negative 7 squared plus 7 times negative 7 equals 0. So negative 7 squared is positive 49. 7 times negative 7 minus 49. So that equals 0. 0 equals 0. So 0 and negative 7 are two solutions. All right, number 3. So this is starting from step 1. We need to solve it. We need to get our parentheses. So we can do the AC method. Multiply A times C. Do your T-chart. So I'm going to T-chart all my factors of 20. So 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5, and that's it. So when they multiply, it's a positive 20. So that's 2 positives or 2 negatives. Look in the center. That's a negative. So that means it's 2 negatives. So now I'm going to look for negative 12. Which ones add up to negative 12? Put your X behind those two numbers because we're going to take those two numbers and instead of negative 12, we're going to write our two new numbers in the middle for grouping. So x squared minus 2x minus 10x plus 20. So group the first two, group the second two. What do they have in common in the first group? Well, they have x. Divide x from the first group. When you're dividing, you're subtracting exponents. So 2 minus 1 is x. Then my x's cancel, so bring down the negative 2. Always bring down that middle sign. 10 and 20, what's the highest number that can go into both of those? 10. So now my GCF is not positive 10. It becomes a negative 10. So divide negative 10 across the second group. Negative 10 divided by negative 10, those cancel, so bring down your x. 20 divided by negative 10 is negative 2 equals 0. Do our parentheses match? Yes, they do. So bring one of them down. We only need one. And then combine your outside GCFs for the second group. Now we're on step 3. We have our parentheses. We need to set each parenthesis equal to 0. So I have x minus 2 equals 0, and then x minus 10 equals 0. So I'm going to add 2 on both sides. So the first one is positive 2, and then I'm going to add 10 on both sides, and my second one is positive 10. So let's plug them into our original equation and see if 0 equals 0. So instead of x, I'm going to plug in a positive 2. So 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 20 equals 0. 2 squared is 4. Negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. Plus 20 equals 0. 4 minus 24 is negative 20. Negative 20 plus 20, 0 equals 0. So 2 so far is correct. So now let's try 10. So instead of x squared, put your 10. So 10 squared minus 12 times 10 plus 20 equals 0. 10 squared is 100 minus 120 plus 20 equals 0. 100 minus 120 is negative 20 plus 20. So 0 equals 0. So that is correct. So it's a 2-solution answer. 2 and 10 both factor. All right, the last problem. Here we cannot do the AC method, but what do both numbers have in common? They both have x. So this is my GCF. I'm going to take x as the GCF. That's the only thing they have in common. So divide x all the way across. When we're dividing, you're subtracting your x's. 2 minus 1 is x. And then my x's cancel, so bring down that 16. Now we have our parentheses. Set each x to 0 equals 0. How many x's do I have? Well, I have one out here and one out here. So x, my GCF, equals 0. And then I have x plus 16 equals 0. And then solve for x, so we need to subtract that 16. So x equals negative 16. All right, so let's plug in our two x's to check them to see if they're a 2-solution, 1-solution, 0-solution. No solution. All right, so use the original equation, and instead of x, put your 0. So I'm going to try 0 squared plus 16 times 0 equals 0. Well, 0 squared is 0. 16 times 0 is 0. So that works. So our first answer is 0. That checks out. Now let's start over. Instead of x squared, plug in your negative 16. So I have my parentheses, negative 16 squared plus 16 times negative 16 equals 0. So negative 16 times negative 16 is 256. And then 16 times negative 16 is negative 256. So 16 also works. So it's 2 solutions.